everybody. Let's call the meeting to order at 6:02. Rise for the pledge, please. Pledge of allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Welcome to our August 12th business meeting. Now, the purpose of this meeting is to vote on things and to move these along and make them official. A lot of things that we already discussed at our work session meeting last week. Some things we haven't discussed, a few new things here we'll talk about in a little bit. And so hopefully we can move this along. We will have a nice efficient meeting here tonight. Okay, so may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. John McNamara, Mayor.
Present.
Mr. Bob Tate is excused and absent. Mr. Jason Stoynoff is excused and absent. Solicitor Joe.
Here.
Ms. Sue Wood.
Here.
Mr. Kevin Farkas.
Here.
And Mr. Justin Woodrick.
Here.
Okay, we do have a physical quorum, which means we can conduct business tonight. Let's see here. Just a few announcements. Decorum. Brian, keep it civil. Keep it civil tonight. Keep the decorum. If you have phones, please silence your phones or mute them down, okay? Because of distractions, Mayor. You have the worst phone ever.
I know, it's all.
Okay, good. Okay. We are what?
Keep it simple.
We are recording. We are recording tonight, so remember, if you say something, it will be memorialized for all time. And if you have public enemies, they'll tune in. And does anyone need copies of the agenda, because we're going to show it up here?
There's still copies here.
There's still some copies here.
Okay. Now let's, we did the roll call. Let's review these minutes. I do have some amendments to make here. This was duly posted 24 hours in advance as per the Sunshine Act. So I do want to add what's in red here, that, Joe, these are some things here. We're executive session. We're going to talk about a few things here. We will go into executive session just after good and welfare. We won't conduct any business when we come out of executive session, so we will adjourn then. And I want to, this here, Justin, you may key in on this. There was something I originally had on here, resolution. I'm striking this, and I'm going to just create a simple motion to create a fiscal policy directing council to seek and review at least 2 competitive proposals for municipal service contracts. And then we had a tree. We just learned about a dangerous tree in the borough. So I did a little legwork on that, and so I added this here since this was posted 24 hours ago. So these are the amendments here. Are there any objections to these additions to this? Do we have anything to add to this agenda? Okay, the agenda is going to stand, and we can then proceed forward. Let's start with the mayor. Mayor, do you have anything to tell us about?
Yes, I got a phone call from a neighbor on Craig Street that a person that lives next to an empty lot that's been for sale forever, and then a house that's up high. Brian, you may know the area.
On the right going up the
It's
hill.
on the right going up the hill. The original owners of the house had a pond that they used to put fish in. What is there now is just a thing that just overflows and goes down the yard, down the street.
I know what property you're talking about.
Okay, it's the last one next to this big field of trees that's been for sale.
Yeah.
And it just goes down and just all the work that you guys have done on that road drains, rips the ripple and the curb that you guys or whoever fixed that road, whenever it was paved, is coming apart where you made like a curb up down to the end of the road where it meets 37th Street. And it's all washing away all the gravel and everything on 37th Street and down and into the last person's yard on the right.
So let me suggest that you have this person reach out, online citizens comment form,
Okay.
spell this out, they can make as
Yeah.
detailed as possible, and then this will be routed to the appropriate public works
Okay.
folks to address that.
Okay. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Does it get routed to him? Because I don't know if this is sewers, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We've got to see
Okay.
the nature of
All right.
this, okay? Great.
Fish thing's still there? The fish thing is still there?
It's yeah,
Still there?
it is, but it's just no fish.
No fish.
It's just this pond
Yeah.
that overflows with all the rain. And
Anything,
season after season gets leaves, gets snow, gets ice, and just melts with the seasons and damages people's properties across the street and down the road, but
I'd have to go look, cause I know what property you're saying is for sale, but
it's the house
See the house.
next to it. It's not the
I don't
property
know of a
that's
house
for
on that
sale.
property.
Mayor, is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, tax collector, Kathy, anything for us, anything to know? Okay, thank you. Let's move on to professional reporting with the secretary. We received the monthly financial report for July, I'm sorry. Jenna, could you read off the account balances? We have a little bit of work to do on that report, and we will post that when we have a few corrections on that. Could you walk us through those numbers?
The general fund balance as of July 31st was $1,567,932.07. The balance in the highway aid fund, $15,667.84. The balance in the Pliget investment fund is $4,211.05. The balance in the Pliget capital purchase fund, $1,885.73. The balance in the water and sewer fund, $64,810.11. The balance in the Pliget emergency management fund, $13,191.21. And the balance in the sewer maintenance fund is $181,410.28.
Okay. Any correspondence?
No correspondence as of
No,
yet.
of course, nobody wants us to reach
Nobody
out
wants
to
us
us.
anything.
Okay. Anything else you want to share with us?
I could share the police and fire report if they want me to, or if you guys want to do it. Okay. The City of Beaver Falls Fire Department responded to 14 calls in the month of July. Total training hours, they did 245, and the fire loss was $0. Good job, guys. And then as far as the City of Beaver Falls Police Department, they had 65 cases that were cleared and closed in the borough.
Great. If you ever want to see these monthly reports, on our website, under public safety down at the bottom, we have a list of professional reporting here that we've been putting on here, for maximum transparency, accountability here. So interesting stuff there. Okay, thank you. Anything else, Jenna?
That's all I got.
Okay. Do you want to, we'll cover the agency open records officer reporting next at the work session in September? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, fire chief, police chiefs, is there anything you guys would like to share with us?
No, I think during July, we did the smoke alarm install blitz. We installed 11 smoke alarms up here. We encourage anybody that needs smoke alarms to please call, and we will come up for free and install them. I will say the houses that we installed them in had no smoke alarms prior to, so those homes now are protected. So again, if you know anybody that needs smoke alarms, please contact us and we will be right up and install them. So,
That is great. Great, great.
The only thing I would add is we discussed at the last meeting regarding the neighborhood watch, how we're starting to move into that season again. I believe that our first presenter is going to be with the Norfolk and Southern Railroad, discuss railroad safety and their programs for that. I will send a flyer to you for if you're interested in posting that as we discussed. So that would be on the last Monday at 7 o'clock, First Christian Assembly Church at Lincoln Place in 9th Street. So once that's available, I'll send that out and you can post it to your site.
In September,
That, yeah,
the first, the last Monday in September.
Yeah. So unless there's other than that, if there's any questions council has, thank you.
Anything? Okay, thank you, guys. Great. Joe, do you have anything that you could share with us? I mean, other than the executive session work?
You have it on there, I just do want to make some comments on the, and you put under, I think, zoning there for a data center. Yeah, I did a little looking into that, and what you don't want to do, well, what you can't do really is say, you can't amend your zoning ordinance to say, we prohibit data centers. That's not going to work. That's no different than what I lived at Beaver people years ago, when the county was going to try to put a new jail in, they wanted to put it there. People said, well, just pass an ordinance, say you can't put it in. You can't prohibit a legitimate function, okay? But you can limit where it would be. And from the reading I did, I would suggest that we put it in, we would limit it to like an industrial zone, obviously not a residential zone, and then we make it a conditional use. I don't know if you guys remember what a conditional use is. That means that if you just say it's a permissive use, or permitted use, that means you can just put it in there. You could do that with any business, a data center, whatnot. But if you make it a conditional use, we'll draft some conditions, 2, 3, whatever, that we think are important. Like perhaps, like I was thinking, you can't take out more than a certain percentage of the overall area of the particular lot in question, okay? That's true even for a lot of zoning ordinances with residential zoning, okay? You can't overbuild on your lot. You can't have 90% of the lot taken up by structure, you see what I mean? You can do something similar to that, and we make it conditional. And conditional means it's not up to the zoning enforcement officer or anything else like that, and they don't have to come in and get a variance, and it's a little bit different from that. They have to come in and ask for conditional use, and it comes here. Because only council can grant a conditional use, and if they would meet the criteria we put in there, then we give it to them. And we could also even impose, this is where it gets a little hazy, there's court cases on this, you can impose other conditions as long as they are reasonable, okay? And that sometimes can get a little hazy.
Gray area.
Yeah, gray area.
Your air quotes, say it all.
Yeah. So if you want me to, I would say maybe, I think we should, if you want me to pursue it, I will. I can come in with some conditions that we could maybe put in there for our zoning ordinance, and therefore, if someone would come, and I honestly, I gotta be candid here, I know West Mayfield fairly well. I don't think you got any area that would be large enough to really accommodate. I mean, you guys know better than I do, unless you can think of something, an area, but it wouldn't hurt to have it in there. It's not that big a deal to make it there, to put it in there. Okay, if you want me to proceed with that?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. So we started, council directed, no, council created a task force to look into the issue of zoning and data centers, or maybe even associated industry that goes with this. Big Beaver's dealing with battery storage now, in addition to a data center coming in there. So this is developing technology. It is and it's scalable all over. So big facilities, small facilities. So we do want to prepare for ourselves. I say this every meeting. Pay attention to what's happening in Big Beaver right next to us, because it is. They're making some progress, I think, on trying to figure some things out. On the other hand, it's really a mess the way, according to the Citizens Council, it handled it. They didn't do conditional; they did permitted. So it's a lesson to learn, I think, what's going on there. So, Joe, if you could come up with we understand this is a starting point, right?
Yeah.
Some draft
Right.
that our task force can look at. I mean, we don't need to wait to meeting.
Okay.
We can work on this.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're going to have to roll up our sleeves, get into the nitty gritty on this, no doubt about it.
Okay.
Okay, but we're off to the races on this for sure.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you want to?
Not on that.
Okay. Great. Okay. So the rest we will discuss in executive session. We don't have our engineer, independent auditor, zoning hearing board issues here tonight, so we'll move beyond that. Citizens' comments. No, I just want to remind everybody why this is so important. Is the Sunshine Act gives citizens the right to comment on business matters before they are considered by council, in other words, voted on. So this is why citizens' comments come up so early in the agenda. So if anybody has anything to address on the agenda, we can discuss those now.
Okay, no one signed.
No one signed?
Oh, you do have a question?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Okay, so the way we do this, is your name and your address.
Yeah. My name's Michael Frazier. We just moved here about 2 months ago, but it's 17 West 3rd. Yeah, West 3rd. But when it comes to the data centers, I've been looking into it quite a lot. And anytime a data center moves into an area, the energy bills for everybody in the area skyrockets. Yeah. So that's one thing to really consider. It's like if you guys are doing conditional, like there's so many different things obviously with it, but like sound is a major issue with data centers. The energy bills that happens to everybody in the area that skyrockets is a major issue that I've been seeing. So just wanted to bring that up.
Well, since you spoke up, would you like to be on our task force?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very casual, our goal is to sort of figure out how all this data center stuff meshes with our zoning and how we do the zoning legally, technically, whatever, according to what citizens here would like to have happen, right?
Yeah.
So that's really our goal with this, Awesome, great. Thank you for that input. Anybody else? Now listen, I'm gonna warn you. Don't wait till good and welfare to bring up your business items. We go through this every time.
I got nothing.
Good and welfare, keep it light when we get down there. Okay, no, but all seriousness, any other things to address, Kathy? No? Okay. Oh, wow, we're gonna get out of here fairly early.
How's the stop sign thing working? How's the stop sign by your way? Is it better?
Today was a bad day.
Oh, today was a bad day.
There was a lot of blowing through today.
Was there? Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to council old business. I would like to just move this whole section by acclamation if there are any objections, because really nothing has changed here with these tabled motions. We actually have we have 3 of them that are tabled. Nothing has changed. We are still working on these things. We are gathering information on some of these things. Jason Stoynoff, who is leading the charge here on the Knotweed program here, is not here to talk about this. So if there are any Mayor?
Oh, I wanted to tell you, Pittsburgh has gated some of their parks to deal with the Japanese knotweed. They've gotten goats, and goats eat knotweed.
Oh,
So,
okay.
that's what they live on, and I thought that was so interesting.
Do we need a motion to start a goat farm?
No,
Okay.
they just pull them out in the parks,
John, you need to go.
I need goats. I mean, probably two of them would work, I think.
they just put them out.
There are probably all kinds of really creative things, and Jason is going to be looking into a wide range of these things.
All right, let's discuss this more at the work session, get this
I'm sorry?
rolling. Keep moving. Keep moving.
This is my whip over here. Keep us moving.
I thought that
Okay.
was really
That's good.
interesting.
Okay, so
Started using goats.
if there aren't any objections to moving beyond this old section here, because nothing has changed, any objections, we'll move on to new business.
No objection.
No objections, okay, all right. So under new business here, we have a number of things here. The first item is a motion, and if you need this to be larger, let me know. You can't see it, John?
I'm gonna read this. I
Okay.
can't see that.
We,
I can see a little bit of it. I can see that.
we have a motion here authorizing the, whoa, what the heck? Authorizing the purchase of two bank fraud prevention services. One is Positive Pay and one is ACH Debt Filter. This was proposed by a representative of FNB Bank in a big, long meeting that I had to sit through. And so I ran this past our auditor, Chad Agnew, and he highly recommended that we do purchase these two services, fraud prevention services. So it'll be $876 a year.
That's for both parts.
Is for, yeah, the whole thing, yeah. So I mentioned this at the work session meeting. Apparently there's a huge amount of bank fraud going on right now. This kind of stuff is a direct response to dealing with some of that stuff. So let's go around the table here on this. Justin, how do you feel about this?
Did you get information on like what that actually does and what that pertains to, our use of it? Because like I think some more information is really needed for that to you, like they're good policies, right, or good things to have, right? What's $1,000 to protect 50 or 1.5, right? But like we have 1.5 at their bank. Why would they charge us for a fraud thing, right? The second thing would be, this is for like, I think the Positive Pay specifically is for a lot of checks. Like if you're dealing with a lot of checks and a lot of different vendors, that's what it kind of protects against. And then the ACH debit filter, that only lets you pay online to approved vendors, right? That's that portion of it. So if we're not writing a lot of checks, do we need the Positive Pay? And like I said, is this something that another bank would just offer it for free because they're a secure bank? Yeah.
Yeah, good, yes, good question. So this is the email that I had shared this with everybody. Positive Pay, it flags suspected checks like every day. So it flags them if they're odd or they're weird. Chad said, if you had one really bad, costly check that goes through, that the cost for this will pay for itself.
Yeah, so we have double, so this protects, like it's really good for businesses that don't have a double signature policy on it. That's one of the things that just.
Okay. The ACH debit filter, this also monitors the debit actions in real time every day and will flag weird things. So Positive Pay, one of these is for, we only need it for one account, the one we write the most checks for, Positive. And the debit is one fee for all of your accounts there. So, okay. John, your thoughts on this? This motion?
don't really have a problem with it. I'm dealing with a bank fraud right now myself, and it's a total disaster. I had to cancel my trip because I didn't have any money. It got taken out of my account, so it's not fun. So if this protects whatever we're doing, I don't have a problem with that amount of money. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay. Mayor, your thoughts?
I think it's good, but have we ever been frauded in all these years?
Yeah,
Doesn't mean that it can't happen.
that's true.
You know,
We
We never had this
for
much
any-
money before. We never had this much money before.
Good point.
No, we've never had this much.
It's becoming more and more prevalent, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still don't think we're spending that much.
Yeah, right. Well,
I still
spending
think our
we're taking
expenditure-
in, this is about the transactions. We do quite a few transactions.
We do.
Like, do they have other security like features on that? It's like, don't automatically approve a check over a certain amount? Because it's not like we're writing, $30,000 checks on a monthly basis,
Right.
Right, that's why Chad said that some of the other things weren't necessary.
Yeah.
Right, because we don't do a lot of those transactions comparative to other municipalities or businesses. This was scaled reasonably, he thought, and this was only $45 a month, I think, for just the one
Yeah,
account.
like I said, it's $900 to protect that money. It's, chump change at that point, but still.
Mayor, Sue, your thoughts?
Well,
Mayor Sue?
I hear what Justin's saying, and he's very careful, and that's good. I think we should be very careful. But on the other hand, I think this is being very careful. So I think it probably would be worth $876 a year to be confident. As Joe pointed out, this is becoming more prevalent, and we never had this much money before. So, and
It doesn't really matter how
there's.
much money you have. It can be anybody, anytime.
Oh, I'm sure, but it's just, again, the scams are
Yeah.
massive, so, I think it might be a good idea.
Okay. I certainly laud our interest in financial controls and thinking about fraud. This was never discussed at council before, never. You old timers know, right? This was just never part of the discussion. It is now. Justin has really taken a leadership role in, helping us walk through this stuff, think about it, these critical questions around, in this case, these two particular services, and these are bank products, no doubt about it, it's a product. So yeah, I think this is complicated stuff and it's new for us, and so we are working our way through it. I feel confident relying on Chad's judgment. Jason, Justin, your thoughts on these things are important to me. I think this is well worth moving forward with. So let's go ahead and call the question. Justin, how do you vote on the motion?
I'm for it. My only question is, it's like, we can kind of change that, or you said it's monthly? It's 45 monthly, so like, if we do actual, research on this and see what it actually provides us to, what the bank actually has that would be comparable to our services, and we could stop that,
Yeah, we're not locked into this. It's like an add-on service.
then I'm good with that. yeah.
Okay. John, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes, and I vote yes. So motion authorizing the purchase of the fraud protection services, positive pay, and ACH debit filter passes without objection. Okay, number 2 here. This is a resolution appointing Turnley Robertson and Associates as independent auditor to make an independent examination of the accounting records of the borough for the years 25 and 26. Now, if this language sounds familiar, it's pretty much the same language that we used when we appointed Agnew, Butler and Associates. By the borough code, we have to appoint an independent auditor by resolution in the year that they will be examining the records. And so Right now, Butler Agnew is doing our bookkeeping and cannot be our independent auditor. Turnley Robertson, we discussed this at the work session. Turnley Robertson offered us an engagement letter for this. And so what this motion does, it says, okay, Turnley Robertson will be our official independent auditor. Butler Agnew will continue to do the real estate tax auditing. They can, because it's kind of a different gig. And so Turnley Robertson will do the thing that is due every April. A lot of funding's dependent on this thing. It needs to be done by state statute and so forth. So this resolution, and you all had a copy of this, is just really just like the other resolution. It just says, you know, we are following the statute here and appointing this outfit to be our independent auditor officially. And we'll have to amend the resolution of appointments, which lists all of our appointments throughout the year, for the borough for this year. So
To be transparent, that the reason we got this letter is because Butler recommended them to send us one. Is that correct?
that's right.
Okay.
That's right. This was recommended by Butler Agnew. They have worked together in the past. My own research into Turnley Robertson, pretty positive. I feel really confident in moving ahead with this group. Why this is a bit of a expedited matter is that we are about to start the 25 auditing. Butler Agnew has gotten us to a place where very soon Turnley potentially will be able to get in there and get this 25 audit done and submitted, so we can free up some funding and we could be consistent with the law. So I think it really behooves us to move on this. So Justin, anything else you want to say about this resolution?
The resolution I'm okay with. It's the second resolution. So
Okay.
I'm okay with them doing our 2025, borderline 2026. I'd like just a third party not related to Butler Agnew, just to say, hey, we charge this much to do this from an accounting firm, right? Doing it, right? On my research, Turnley does do, or is the independent audit for a couple other counties around in the area. But my research says like their prices, you know, well below average of what would be expected for a borough of our size. But without getting a third party to say, hey, you have an ex-independent auditor doing your finances now. So that audit is probably going to be relatively easy for us to do. There's a good chance that price could come down. So like to go more than what the 2025 is and to go in the future, I'm not sure if I'm there yet. That's where I'm at. But 2025, I agree we need to get a footing on it, so.
Okay, so the next resolution here is actually to approve the contract for Turnley Robertson for 3 years, which takes us through 25, 26, and 27. I don't want to conflate the two, although I think they are.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say, the number 4 here is actually something I think you can agree on that we need, is that whenever we do look for contractual services, if you just skip down to number 4 here, this is a motion to create fiscal policy directing council to seek and review at least 2 competitive proposals for municipal service contracts. Maybe this should have been bumped up to the top. But, okay, we could table 2 and 3, pass 4, right? And then go ahead and look for, to your point, maybe alternatives to Turnley Robertson.
And just because, you know, like we have no idea, right? We're basing this off, you know, maybe I'm not saying that it's happening, but like maybe a a behind the door handshake, of, hey, yeah, this is what they were paying us for independent auditor services. Go $100 less than that, and they're going to approve you. You're in the door, right?
Yeah, so you see, so this contract here, I have it right here. This is the contract for Turnley Robertson, 6,000, 6,200, and 6,400. That's a 3% increase year over year.
Totally normal.
That's cheaper than Butler Agnew's contract that we had. We signed a 5-year contract with them, right?
And like I said, through my research, it's normal. There's no red flags there. It's just, what are our other options, right?
Yeah. Okay, so how are we gonna handle this? Let's do this. If there are no objections to this, let's consider 4, motion to create this fiscal policy, right? Directing at least 2 competitive proposals, okay? And then let's table 2 and 3.
Yeah, so for the number 4 would have to just be changed for professional services, I would say, and not just police and fire, right?
Yeah, yes, I struck
Did you
out.
struck that? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you looking at something old?
Yeah, I'm printed out, sorry.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so is any objections to handling these 3 items like this? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna entertain number 4. On the table is a motion to create a fiscal policy directing council to seek and review at least 2 competitive proposals for municipal service contracts. And by the way, the law doesn't require us to get bids, competitive bids, on municipal contracts that are intergovernmental and so forth. Some maybe. My own contract as website administrator probably fits into that, right? I'm good with that. But this, there's a lot of advantages to do this, and this also fits into our new focus on more accountability and oversight over our fiscal program here. So
In professional contracts, we do not need to go with the cheapest version either. It's what's best for the.
And
Thank you.
that is true with the state bidding for monetary bids thresholds too. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take up number 4. So the motion on the table. Justin, do you want to say anything else about number 4?
I think I spoke enough.
Okay, John, anything on this motion to create this fiscal policy? No? Okay, Mayor? You look confused.
No, I'm not. So what are we doing with number 4?
We
To
are,
create a policy,
yes, we right.
making council look for
2.
2 bids, 2 proposals for a
Right.
municipal service contract.
Right, so whenever there is a service contract we are considering,
Right.
we want to look at this 2, just 2 alternatives, right?
Okay.
I think it's wise, prudent.
To review at least 2, just compare.
Yeah, just to compare and see what's going on, right? Let me give you an example of why this might be even beneficial to do. So when my contract comes up for website administrator, right? Well, maybe when that comes up, maybe there's an outfit that is all AI. And maybe you don't even need to hire somebody to do anything. Maybe we can go run our website through AI. I'm being kind of facetious about this, but my point is that technology changes and services change, and new service providers come in our lives, and someone leaves. So it just behooves us every chance we get. Let's just take a moment and say, are we going down this path in the proper way as fiduciaries of public monies, right?
Okay.
So okay. Anything else you want to say,
No.
Sue?
I'm okay with number 4, and I'm okay with tabling 2 and 3.
Okay. So I'm okay with, I'm in favor of number 4. Let's go and call the question. Justin, how do you vote on number 4?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, I vote yes. So number 4, the motion to create fiscal policy directing council to seek and review at least 2 competitive proposals for municipal service contracts passes without objection. Now we have to write this darn thing. You're gonna write it.
I'm good with it.
Okay, you're good with that. Okay, now let's circle back here to 2 and 3. Let's combine these 2 through acclamation. So really I think the option is on the table here is to table these 2. Are there any objections to tabling 2 and 3? Justin, anything you want to say about tabling?
No.
And I would,
And I can do the legwork on that as well, so.
okay. John, your thoughts?
I'm fine with that.
Mayor?
I'm okay with him.
Sue?
Doing the legwork.
I'm okay, as long as there's no rush to get the 2025 audit.
No, there is a rush.
Oh, well,
No,
then,
there is a rush.
so there's a rush.
Yeah, there is a rush.
2025 for sure.
And so I assume we're gonna get, I don't want to step on your toes.
Justin.
Are you done?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll get it taken care of.
So my 2 cents is, yeah, we do need to move on this. The appointing the auditor, we have all year to do that, okay? But we actually have to do that before they start the 25 audit.
And like I said, I don't have a problem with them doing the 2025, and, you know, it is what it is.
Okay.
But I don't think we got a price strictly for 1 year, is 1 year.
Okay, so the sort of acclamation here to table 2 and 3, Justin, how do you vote?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes,
And I vote yes. So 2 and 3 will be tabled until next month. Okay. If those of you who don't understand why we're skipping the mayor on these votes, is in boroughs, the mayor does not have a vote on council. She can vote on an ordinance, vote to veto. She can veto an ordinance, but regular motions and stuff, the mayor does not get a vote. But we also extend the courtesy of commenting to the mayor on things. Okay,
I can break a tie.
Yeah.
bring it time, right. So let's move here to number 5, motion to add the 2027 budget planning and adoption schedule to the official borough calendar, planning calendar, establishing November 4th, 26 for the adoption of the proposed budget, December 9th, for the final adoption of the 27 budget and tax resolution ordinance, ensuring all statutory requirements for advertising and public inspection are met. Now, why this is on the table is part of getting our fiscal house in order. This council decided we were going to start as early as possible on our budgeting process to work out all the bugs and to figure out the best way to proceed. And so Justin has the unenviable task of riding herd on this process here. And he did a great job putting together this oops. Sorry, I'll get there. This is basically this is a calendar of what we're going to do for the remainder of the year. So it just gives us a little more structure and more guidance, and it keeps us in line moving forward on this. And again, those of you who have been here for a while, you know that this was never done in any way with previous councils. So this is a bit of a departure here for us in a good way. So this motion is this is an administrative or performative motion to add this. We're all going to agree to follow this schedule. Justin, your thoughts?
No comments.
No comments.
Everything's good.
All right, John? John, your thoughts on this?
Nope, I'm okay with everything on there.
Okay, it's a tough schedule. It's a
I
tough
know, we
schedule.
need to do it.
Okay, we need to do it. Mayor? Okay,
I'm fine with it.
okay.
The reason the schedule, sorry, let me comment. The reason the schedule needs to be planned out is so we don't have to advertise an additional schedule or an additional meeting if we don't hit those timelines. So they all fall suit with the work sessions and the meeting minutes
Makes sense.
or
Thank
the
you.
business.
Somebody wants to pay to advertise.
Yes.
Yeah, we, in the past, in December, we realized, oh my gosh, we need to raise taxes because the proposed budget was $20,000 off. So yeah, like the end of December, we were having a new meeting, advertised for that, stuff like that. So this is great, Justin. Thank you so much for doing this. Let's go ahead and call the question on number 5 here. Justin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Yes, so number 5 passes. The motion to adopt the schedule for budget planning passes without objection. Okay, let's move here to culture and recreation. Now, our culture and rec oversight chair is not here, so I think we can move on because I think we've discussed this stuff enough that I think we're down to making some decisions on this. So this, it was, council agreed that we needed to have some park rules. They need to be formal. Our solicitor told us we can do this by resolution. Here's our resolution. These are 18 rules that were worked up over the several months. So some of these were slightly I modified because in the original form didn't quite make sense, but so here we are. Park hours are from dawn to dusk. All pets must be on a leash or restrained at all times. All pet waste must be collected and disposed of immediately. No littering. All trash must be disposed of properly in designated receptacles or removed from the park. No dumping of motor oils, liquids, or other toxic fluids on borough property. No open fires or burning of any kind except in designated devices, like we have the grills. All open fire cooking must be done on grills. Coals must be placed in designated containers for coals. No fireworks. Parking in designated areas only. No parking on the grass. No overnight parking or vehicles left unattended overnight. No nails, brads, or staples affixed to trees, tables, or benches. No cutting of trees, flowers, or removal of natural material from the park. No hunting, harming, or molesting of wildlife. No discharge of firearms, bows, or weapons. No skateboards, bikes, scooters, or roller blades permitted on recreational courts and surfaces, ball fields, or inside shelters. No motorized vehicles of any kind permitted on the grass. Park shelter reservations have priority use. No illegal, illicit, profane, or vulgar activities. What do you think?
What about drinking and smoking?
Pardon?
Drinking and smoking? Is that on there?
Profane, vulgar activities, illegal, illicit, not on that.
I'm going
We'll come back to that too.
just, if Joe thinks that those rules are good and they're fine and legal, whatever, I'm good with that. So.
Yeah, I did look them over previously.
So if you approve them,
I mean, I know what she's saying. Do you,
Yeah.
you want to prohibit, do you now prohibit drinking alcoholic beverages within the, do you?
I don't.
yeah.
Oh, if you don't, you don't.
I don't.
I'm not saying you're obligated to.
Right.
I mean, it was a question that came up. I just,
Yeah.
yeah, I assumed you did because it wasn't mentioned in there that there was any prohibition on that.
I think the thing is too, if you prohibit alcohol, then our park shelter rental is gonna go down because people can't drink at their picnics.
Right. No, no.
That's not, you know,
Same.
they're going to, I mean.
Okay, Justin has the floor.
That's, if he signs off on them, I'm good. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
John?
I'm fine with those rules. I like them.
Okay. Mayor?
That's
I
a
think
lot.
it's like the police.
It's a lot of
You gotta write that
rules.
all down.
It is a lot of rules.
It is. I'm good.
And your job is to make that sign, remember?
Yeah.
Do it. I'm ready to go.
It's gonna be a big sign.
Big one.
Okay.
That's gonna be a big ass sign.
Or little words.
Okay. Yeah, let's shrink the words then. Anything else?
No, I mean, that's gonna be a big sign.
Okay, so,
Number 9, we have variance for the car cruise folks because they park on the grass.
yeah, I think that
No
it's
problem.
kind of built into that.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say this, to Tina's point, smoking, drinking, or any other thing that comes up, you know, we have the capacity to always change this, to modify this, right? This is a starting point. I think it's a pretty solid starting point. For some people, may not be perfect. I wish Jason were here, to weigh in on this, but I think the way this stands, it's a good, solid beginning to what we need, and we all discussed that this is needed in our park. So I'm good with that. So if there are any other comments, let's go ahead and call the question on this. Justin?
Yes.
John?
Yep.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, I vote yes. So the motion adopting community park rules and regulation passes without objection. Okay. The next item here is a motion to approve a policy, management of ceremonials and memorials in the community park. This was discussed for over several months. The need to have some sort of control over, if you've been to our park, you know that there are a lot of memorials there. Some of them are various states or whatever, some of them are old, some of them are kept up, some aren't, whatever. So Justin took the lead on creating this policy here, and again, this was all provided to everybody through the Monday memo and so forth. So this covers memorial requests, a review committee, which is basically the Culture and Recreation Committee, and borough controls of memorials, committee decisions, approving it, modifications, or even denying it outright. Could be an appeal to the borough council, costs and maintenance, those are borne by the people who put those memorials there. Existing memorials will remain. And again, this can be amended anytime we want to amend it or need to amend it. Your thoughts, sir, on your policy?
Good with it. I mean, it's just an SOG, right?
It's an SOG,
Yeah.
SOP. Yeah. Yeah, it is guidance where we did not have guidance before. Yeah, okay. John, your thoughts?
We discussed this quite a while. I'm fine with the way this is.
We discussed this a lot, haven't we?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, okay. Mayor,
I'm good.
you good with it?
Yep.
Okay,
Me too.
good.
Let's put it to bed.
Okay, let's put it to bed, she said. Okay, I'm good with it too. Let's call the question. Justin,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
and I vote yes. So motion number 2 to approve this policy, management of ceremonials and memorials in community park, passes without objection. Okay, number 3 here is another policy item here. This is, we talked about this quite a bit. This is a checklist, again, guidance for us. When the borough has events, what is it that guides us on that event? Because we all know that we haven't been the best planners in the world. We all know that we haven't really prepared for medical emergencies in the past. So what this policy here does, and quite frankly, this may not be as complete as it needs to be here, but again, we can modify this. This is a starting point, but this is, the purpose 4 to 6 months out, 2 to 3 months before, what are we doing? 1 month before the event, 1 week, and even after the event, what do we do? An after action review, what worked, what didn't work. This is the kind of, I think, really nuts and bolts pragmatic guidance that will benefit us moving forward. So this is really for our committee and our volunteers to use here. Kathy, you look, I'm looking at your face here, and you look...
It's been the same face the whole time we've been doing this.
and your consternation looks a little more intense there. Okay, so that's what this is. Justin, any thoughts on this?
No thoughts.
Okay.
No.
John?
Good with it.
No thoughts?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
No.
John?
I'm
your
fine
thoughts?
with it.
Mayor?
I think this is good.
Okay.
This group that got together and did all this.
Yeah.
The renovation of this room. They get thoughts and then get together and then do it. Do it, and then discuss as they go along, and then, they're on the ball with what they do,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. This helps keep us on the
This
ball.
kids are, yeah,
Sure. And as new people
they
come in...
have it in their head.
That's
Right.
right. That's right. I'm sorry, I'm stepping over your time. Okay, anything else?
No, that's good.
Sue?
I like it.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a good start. Again, it's not set in stone. We can change it. I think what is really, really important here, pretty much of all things, is that if we get God bless our volunteers, if our volunteers are on a list, which this calls for, they're covered under our insurance. That's very important to me. This does that. Okay, let's call the question if there are no other questions. Justin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, I vote yes. So number 3 here, motion to approve this policy municipal event planning checklist. It passes without objection. Okay, so number 4 here, motion to approve an SOP policy for park shelter rental concession. You'll notice that this is not highlighted. There's a start to this somewhere, an outline of a plan, as the president says. So I really don't know where we are on this, so.
Motion to table.
Motion to table. Motion to table is on the table. Anything, you good with that?
Yeah.
John?
If we don't have anything to approve. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so.
Yeah.
No.
I can show you what we have, but I think we should just go ahead and table this. Right. Mayor, any thoughts on tabling this motion?
No, if you want to, that's good.
Okay. Sue?
Nora, did you have anything to say? No? Okay.
Who's taking the lead on that? Is that Jason?
Okay.
And/or the entire committee. If you remember, we talked about, this involves me, Brian, Nora, Kathy, Jen, of course. So, and I don't think we've all gotten on the page here with this policy, but this gives us a little more time to get, but now it's on, this will not drop off the radar now that we have this here, okay?
We have lots of time to do this now because season's almost over here. Soon.
Yeah.
Comes faster than we know.
Boy, did we time that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sue?
Yeah, let's table it.
Okay. Okay, so let's call a question on tabling this. Justin?
Yes.
John?
Yep.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, so the motion, I vote yes, so this will be tabled, okay, without objection. Okay. Let's move on to general administration. We've got quite a few things here. As we know that we've had a backlog of our meeting minutes, and I believe that all of these items right here brings us up to date. And so these have been in the Monday memo. Everyone has had links, had a chance to see these here. I went through, I reviewed all of them. That's my little mark there. And I reviewed them. Lots of corrections here and there, some big, some small, whatever. But we do need to approve these and make them official, and then they become standing documents, official records of our proceedings here. We could do this by acclamation since everybody has had all of these materials here. If there aren't any objections to that, we can, in one fell swoop, approve all of these. Justin, that's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I looked over all of them and I approve.
Okay. John?
I'm fine with it. So here it is. Do them all.
Mayor, have you read every word
Yeah.
of these?
You
have?
send them.
Yeah.
Every word.
Yeah,
Okay. It's a boring reading, isn't it?
no,
Yeah. It is essential stuff, though, for
Right.
sure, yeah. Okay, Sue?
Yeah, it brings back memories of months ago.
Yeah, months
So,
ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
one swell food, that's.
Yeah.
And going forward, these are gonna be a lot easier for council to really go through because it'll be fresh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is.
Jenna's on top of this stuff now.
All right.
Thank you for bringing that up because, and I want to thank you for your AI expertise. And we're taking these recordings and we kick them over. I fix them up, I clean them up, I kick them over to Justin, he runs them through the magic machine, and he gets a transcript all in a nice format, kicks it over to Jenna. Jenna looks through, fixes stuff, right? Kicks over to me, I look at it, everybody else gets a copy to look at it. That's the process. But yeah, moving forward, we will hopefully have a week turnaround on this stuff. That's the goal anyways, right? Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so let's go and call, I'm sorry?
Much easier this way.
Yeah.
Mama,
Yeah.
I need hand code.
So let's go ahead and call the question on approving all of these minutes. Justin?
I approve.
John?
Yes.
Yes.
Sue? I approve. Okay, so all of the minutes here listed stand approved and ready for public display. Okay. Under governance here, if you remember, we had an ordinance, a proposed ordinance that we considered last meeting, and we approved that proposed ordinance. It was duly advertised in the Beaver County Times. This motion, this is the title of this motion. It's a long motion, but it is a motion adopting an ordinance of the Borough of West Mayfield, County of Beaver, in Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, adopting the 2023 edition of the International Fire Code, regulating and governing the safeguarding of life and property from fire and explosion hazards arising from the storage, handling, and use of hazardous substances, materials, and devices, and from conditions hazardous to life or property in the occupancy of buildings and premises in the borough, providing for the issuances of permits and collection of fees, and repealing ordinances that are inconsistent herewith. We've all had a copy of this to see this. We looked at this. We approved the proposal, and so tonight we can go ahead, because it has been duly advertised. We can consider the adoption of this ordinance. Justin, your thoughts?
No thoughts. Maybe a shorter title, but
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, well, jeez, that's a long title.
Justin, the title's longer than the ordinance.
That's true. That is, yeah, that's true. Yeah. John?
I have no objections to it.
Yes.
I'm good.
Okay, Mayor,
Yeah, we need to do this.
your
That
thoughts?
Yeah,
was
it's all overdue.
2
Okay.
years ago.
I would do a little point of privilege. I'd like Chief Stowe to could you comment on the importance of this ordinance?
Yeah, this allows you to enforce issues dealing with the fire code. Now you have a fire code. I don't know if you had one before, or it was probably very antiquated if you did. But with the code now, when something comes up, a dangerous property that's endangering other houses and things, now you have something to enforce. Also during your like rental inspections, things like that, you have a code now that you can use to enforce smoke alarms and electrical issues, things like that, where before, if you didn't have a code, you couldn't enforce, you didn't have anything to enforce. You could go through and inspect something, but without the code, you couldn't enforce anything. So the most you could have done before was tell somebody, yeah, you really shouldn't have, that open outlet there. It's dangerous, but you couldn't enforce it. Now you can. It's very important to have that. And the code also, I mean, when you read through the fire code, it also has enforcement for like recreational fires, things like that. If you've got an issue with people burning debris, this will give you the teeth now to enforce open burning also. That's included in here. So it does allow you to enforce a lot of different things that you didn't have before.
Thank you, Chief.
We don't have open burning.
What's that?
We don't have burning
Okay.
unless you have a marshmallow up there.
Yeah. Well, that all is defined in here. Now,
Yes.
you can go with the ordinance you have,
Right.
but some people don't have those ordinances, and so you have people burning tires and everything else. This will give you your teeth to enforce. Great.
Okay, so let's go ahead and call the question on this ordinance. Justin, how do you vote?
yes.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, I vote yes. This ordinance passes without objection. Now, Mayor, you're going to have to sign this. We have this all teed up. So get your pen ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could vote, you could veto it, you could exercise,
I'll
you
veto
could
it.
flex a little bit. Okay, all righty, good. So the motion adopting the International Fire Code passes.
Oh, you didn't say the whole title.
Excuse me. After it's all signed, Jenna, can you email me a signed copy?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next item here, number 2 under governance, this is a motion to approve payment of the PUC settlement of $1,250 and to direct municipal personnel to take required one-call training as per the PUC settlement agreement. Before we move forward in this, Joe, I want to just defer to your judgment. Does this motion do what we needed to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Justin, your thoughts?
Thanks for the work on that, Joe. Everything's good.
Okay.
Yeah,
John?
I'm good with it.
Mayor?
Yeah.
Mayor?
Who's gonna do the training?
I was gonna bring that up after you guys voted, ask you about that.
Yeah, who's gonna take
Yeah.
the training? Do we have a
Yeah.
designated person that,
You have to have at least one, it doesn't mean you can't have more than one, if somebody's interested in it, they can certainly do it, okay? But our commitment is to pay that sum of money and have at least one warm body take the online course.
Right, so this satisfies the PUC
Yes, sir.
complaint?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is where we need to go with this here. If there are no other comments or anything, let's go ahead and call the question. Justin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
yes,
Okay, I vote yes. So the motion to approve the payment of the PUC settlement and to direct the municipal personnel to take will call training passes without objection.
And if the person who you designate, if they could do it, I mean, I'll direct them, put them in contact with whoever they have to get in contact with. But it probably should be done, like say, in the next 30 days, because what she did, she being the attorney for the PUC, this goes before that PUC board, she continued to postpone the hearing that was technically tomorrow, okay? We don't have a new date yet, okay? But I want to get this all done before that. And the new date will probably be no less than 30 days from tomorrow, probably more, okay? But I'd like to be able to report back to her, or she'll probably confirm it on her own. Here, number one, she gave me the check, so here's the check. Number two, we had Mr. whoever the heck it is, take the course, so we've met our commitment.
Okay. Good. We have to fulfill our commitment here. And if you don't know, I think it's important to sort of share this. When you dig, you have to call PA one call to make sure we're not cutting into power lines and things like that. And so we, the Public Utility Commission received a complaint that we weren't timely with our duties to mark things, and that led to a legal action and so forth. And this satisfies that legal action here. So, okay. Item number 3 here, a motion to approve a policy management of formal complaints. We talked about this at the work session meeting, and we had a formal complaint from a realtor, and it was a doozy. And by a doozy, I mean it had lots of accusations, it had lots of things appeared to be factual, lots of things that, I don't know, what do you call it, hearsay, Joe? Is
Yeah.
just people's opinions or whatever. But regarding it just brought up the issue for us, like, do we have guidance here when we receive a formal complaint on how that is handled, right? I think we did it in a smart way. It was like, hey, well, let's have Joe look at this to see if we have any legal issues here. It came to me, it came to you, Mayor, right? So, but we just don't have a policy right now. And so what this policy does, it establishes how we're going to handle formal complaints. Not that thing like you get cornered at Walmart and somebody says, hey, that dang chicken West 8th Avenue is keeping me up at night. But this is like rise to the level of more serious complaints and so forth. So what this SOP does, gives us guidance on this matter, that, around how they should be written, how we handle anonymity, the channels for receiving complaints, online citizens, regular correspondence, they can send a letter to Jenna, email, online citizen comment form, public meetings such as this, social media, and then the routing that we would follow when a formal complaint is received, and how responses to the complaint are handled there. So that's what this policy does. And of course, there's a reminder here that these things could be a part of our municipal records. And so we have to treat them as such, just in case. And of course, this, like all of these policies, they can be amended, changed to suit our needs. So they're flexible, workable documents here. But this is definitely much needed. So Justin, your thoughts on this? I actually based this on a template that you had for policy stuff, so thank you. Your thoughts on this?
Nope, think it's needed, so I'm for it.
Okay. John?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, I think all of this started as the phone call to me from this realtor lady. She only started with this screaming phone call. What are you gonna do about it? Then sent me this email, which I in turn texted everyone on the borough chain that I followed with that to announce that to everyone, and then said, please check your email now. So everyone got the email, but I don't think he's on it.
I ended up getting a copy of that letter.
I'm sure you did, somewhere in
But
there.
I don't remember who exactly came.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't-
Bob sent it over to you.
Okay, Bob sent
Well,
it to me.
Yeah.
And I don't
The
know.
first
if-
call I got was Bob, but I said, make sure in the email you read the attached PDF file. That was the original complaint that went to them. So after that, then I think everyone got involved, like Bob, and, you know, I heard from Bob, and then I heard from you. I think that you got, yeah, Bob called you.
Yeah,
But it just got, so then the woman's son, because there's the name Logan, Amelia Logan and her son Logan, and then some other realtor. Then we got Berkheimer into it. You know, it just got,
The closing.
it got too messy. But all they wanted was, what are you gonna do about it? All we wanted, why wasn't this done? Why wasn't that? What are you doing? I don't want Bob Tate on the property.
Oh,
All these demands. I couldn't stand it.
they wanted the closing to go through at all
Yes,
costs.
yes, and
And
whatever.
truth be told, when she called me, before this all started, she was nice. But she also said she was on vacation for the last 2 weeks, you know? She said that she had mailed the check out, and I said, well, I'll be honest, there's these envelopes on the counter, and I haven't opened them up yet. And he's due to come home today, so he will definitely open them and then reach out to you and schedule it.
We-
you know? Very boom, 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 nice and easy.
But
At last week's meeting, we had a pretty
Yes.
thorough accounting of, and I'll call it a quagmire, because it really was a quagmire.
yes,
Of all this. So as I looked at this complaint that came in, I keyed in on, this is a formal complaint. I want the borough to take action. I demanded the borough to take action. So my thought is, do we have to take action? Are we obligated, legally? And so what's our legal indemnification?
And that's the problem with that approach from those folks. It's a shotgun approach. They're telling you all these horrible things.
Yeah.
I should say, well, we're accused of horrible things.
Yeah.
What do they expect to be done in return? We can't, every time somebody says, jump, we say, how high? That's not gonna happen, okay? I think, I'm reading this along as you are displaying it there. Having a framework like that is a very good idea. Okay? I know that, I think I talked to Bob a couple times about this. My biggest concern after talking to Bob was, I think there was a legitimate and realistic dangerous condition with the house in question. And I thought whatever heck else, you can, accuse us, we should have moved faster, do this, do that. We're not gonna take any action that would possibly harm somebody. That's the first consideration. And Bob did that, in my opinion, okay? So,
Well, Joe, would you, because, this is a working document, I mean, I fully expect to pass this tonight, but would you take a look at this
Sure,
and give
can
us
you-
your advice? And
yeah.
I'll send this to you.
Say, please, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
because it's always good to get because you're named in here.
So now you better look at it.
You're in there. So, yeah, it'd be good. Your contribution is
Okay,
much
yeah.
respected and valued.
Yeah, I find, I've seen this happen before, and it's very irritating when that kind of approach is taken
Yeah.
by folks.
Right.
So,
Right.
okay. All right.
So, okay. So Justin, anything to say on this?
No, I think we already did that.
Oh, did we go around the horn?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, let's call the question.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, okay. Yes, so the motion to create, approve this policy, management of formal complaints, is passed without objection. Okay. All right. So, let's move on to public safety. As you see, well, let me just back up. I gotta give a preface for this number one motion here under public safety. At our work session meetings, that's when we discuss a lot of things, including public safety. Our code enforcement officer is there, our planning and zoning officer is there, parts of our public safety team. At these meetings here, Fire Chief Stowe and Chief Johnson are here to talk about this. They've always been at this particular meeting, so we could just continue that. So this didn't disrupt their schedules here. The only public safety official who should be at these meetings and has not been at the meeting is our emergency management coordinator. And I think, although Mr. Kasanovich has been providing the written reports, and we cover those at the work session meetings, we still we don't have an opportunity to engage, to talk about. And I have a lot of questions for this program, but I have no opportunity to engage in a public setting, a public forum. That's really important. So what this motion here does is it requires the emergency management coordinator, who is an appointed public safety official and paid employee of the borough, to attend monthly council work session meetings or a council business meeting for the purpose of publicly discussing matters pertaining to the borough's emergency management program. Justin, your thoughts?
The only thought would be is if we make that motion and it doesn't happen, what's the accountability
That's
for
what I
it?
was gonna ask you.
Okay.
Same question.
I can speak. Want me to speak to that now? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we did pass job description for the emergency management coordinator. And meeting requirement is not in that to attend a meeting. It's not in there for code or planning or Chief Johnson or Chief Stowe. It is a practice that has taken place. That job description also says that it is council's prerogative to decide the terms and conditions for that position, and also to terminate, if necessary, employment if council deems that's necessary, if council's will is not expressed, right? That's a heavy-handed way to put that, but yes, we have every latitude. We have every latitude to say, Eli, slap on the wrist. Eli, you better come to the meetings. Eli, we're going to take your salary away. I don't know. We have a lot of latitude.
Yeah, you said in the job description it already says has to.
It does not say.
Okay, it does not.
It does not say.
Yeah.
Right. But council does say, but the job description does say council will determine the terms and conditions and at any time can pass judgment on this employment, the status of the employment, right?
Yep, I'm good.
So,
I'm good with that.
but that's pretty good. See, I like the way you think, because you're thinking through these things that we often don't think through on, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let's just pass this resolution. Well, what about it? You know what I mean? What if it doesn't work out or cost or whatever? So thank you for that. John, your thoughts?
I would agree with that. That's what I was gonna say. What do we do? And does this apply to his assistant or just him?
The assistants are just sort of added on. They're not
He's not paid.
official, they're not official officials.
All right, I wasn't sure. That's why I asked.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
Is the is he still being paid by the taxpayers?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, common sense. Does he want to do this? Is this part of what we need to have on this council? Weren't we told he has to do this? Bill and him said we have to have a representative here. Okay. Do we have one? You're getting paid, you're not coming?
Not here.
Okay,
Sue?
give us one. Okay.
So you're public safety oversight accountability.
Yeah,
What do you have to say about this?
much, but I'm not going to say it all now, of course, but certainly this man needs to be here for the purposes of discussing emergency management, life or death issues in the borough. And we don't have anyone here to ask or to tell us, and to answer questions. It's inconceivable to me that he would not be here. And he certainly, as an RN, understands public safety and emergency management and life or death issues, so. But again, it's been asked, what, if he doesn't show up, so, then what?
Yeah, that'll be an HR conversation, human resources
All right,
conversation.
so there's a,
What if he resigns?
Pardon?
What if he resigns?
Then we'll have to find someone else to replace him. Okay. I think this is so serious, as, I stated my case in my sort of introduction to this. I think this is a very serious matter. Gives us an opportunity, his presence would give us an opportunity to really do what, again, I don't think we've done around this table for many years, is really take emergency management serious, really do our due diligence around this program, which I think is really important. So, okay, let's call the question. Justin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
yes.
Okay, I vote yes. So the motion requiring the emergency management to appear at meetings passes without objection. Okay, the next motion here is one of those motions that is sort of like designed to say, all right, enough of this, talking about this already, let's move on with it. We talked at many meetings, and we talked certainly at last meeting, that our borough zoning map is, inconsistent with our ordinance, illegal,
Did you get the thing I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the bottom of theirs, and they do have a seal on theirs. Like he can feel, I didn't go over there because they had just had all that water damage and I wasn't gonna go to the courthouse. I just called him. So on his copy, in the bottom corner, where it has that, what date they received it, did you notice that on there?
I noticed that day that it was handwritten.
Right, but there, on his copy, there is a stamp,
Whose stamp?
a seal.
What seal? From whom?
A seal from somebody who has seals.
Well, there'd be an
the-
ordinance, I'm sorry, there'd be a borough seal, the crimp.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what it was?
It's-
I didn't see it, he said you can still feel it,
Okay.
Well,
on here.
It needs to be our seal to attest that it's our official stuff. So let me just give you a background on this. So we have a zoning ordinance, and that zoning ordinance requires us to have a map that shows our entire borough and which areas are zoned, commercial, residential types, and so forth. The ordinance that we have on record, dated 1995, there's no attached map to it. Where's the map? I don't know. So the map that we actually have been using, dated 2005, is neither referenced in the original ordinance, and this 2005 map doesn't have, which Tina found, the required attestation by council, because it has to be signed or sealed, that this is the official map, right? It doesn't. So we are missing the mark on all of this, right? So to boot, so Tina found, so the map that we've been using on our website is the one that was made with marker, it looks to me.
From
The new
Michael
map-
Baker.
From Michael Baker.
Yeah.
The new map, the map that's on file at the courthouse looks like it's watercolor. They're
yeah.
pretty.
This is the courthouse one.
That's the courthouse one right there.
Yeah.
And this one right here goes with this piece of paper. And that's 95 was made, and he even said it's not uncommon that it takes boroughs or places a year or two before they actually update with the courthouse. So it kind of makes sense that this says that they received it in 97, this thing, which goes with this paper,
So
which
19
this one
19
goes with
years
our
ago.
paper, you know? So they're a little bit different, you
They
know?
are.
So-
Yeah, these things are a little bit
Because I
different,
tell you, this,
not a lot, but just a little bit.
the copy of the ordinance I have on my laptop, I have a copy of the ordinance. It is a very old ordinance.
1995.
And because this looks so familiar to me, when it has references to various zones, R1, R2, et cetera, this is what is with my copy that I have.
That's actually in the ordinance, that table.
Yes.
That's in
It's
the ordinance.
in the ordinance.
Yes.
Well,
This is the-
whether
this
that
is it
that
right here.
exact copy that you're holding in your hands is in the 95 ordinance, I don't know.
But Tina showed me something else,
Yes.
and I don't think I've seen this before.
And this one is
Here we go.
different. These two pieces of paper came from Chris, like in all of our papers and books and
Our
stuff like
former
that. So
code enforcement.
correct.
officer, right.
So I just took
Oh,
this as
okay.
gospel, you know? I mean, because I've never seen this,
Yeah.
and I just figured
The
this
Minnesota
one.
Planning Code requires, if you're gonna have a zoning ordinance, that you designate zones, and also requires that you have an official map in addition to the ordinance. Okay, you can't say, oh, we don't have a map. Yeah, well, you gotta have a map. Whatever it shows, but you gotta have a map. So, did they have any, is there something that, you were talking to the county planning commission?
He's in the basement. He does stuff with that, yeah. Planning.
Okay, they're in the basement now?
Yep, they're in the
Okay,
basement,
all right.
yeah. Where that geyser was.
Okay, can they have any suggestions how we can get this resolved?
He said that if you've got to pick a map and you have to do, the board has to sign it and approve it. Whatever you have to do to approve it, then they'll accept it
Okay,
as gospel.
well, let's bring this back to the motion on the table, because this does that. This actually makes this happen. So this is a motion to begin updating the borough zoning map
From what we have.
consistent with the current zoning ordinance or proposed amended ordinance in accordance with Section 609, the enactment of the zoning ordinance amendments of the municipal planning code. So with what this motion does, it says, council, you're going to get on with this. You're going to decide which map we're going to use, watercolor, marker, crayon, pastel, I don't know. And that has got to, if this is the map we're going to use and it's not referenced in the 95 ordinance, we got to square that round peg. So this is what this motion does. Justin, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it needs done, so let's get it
It
done.
needs done. John?
Whatever we're doing is fine with me. I don't really understand it, so.
Okay.
The maps are wrong.
The
Yeah, I
map-
got that.
Okay.
Yeah,
The maps,
There's two
the
different
maps may be wrong.
They may be wrong.
Which one's right?
yeah.
Well, that's,
The one you
I mean,
found?
if I had to guess, I would say that one is, only because that kind of is in the same time frame as when they did the ordinance, and that on, like, I think line 200 or something, it says, we accept the map, you know, in this thing here.
Okay, let's move this motion along.
Yeah,
Mayor,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good.
you're good with
Put it
this?
to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm good with this. Tina, to your point, all this stuff, this is what we need to work out and come to council with a definitive, this is the map that we want to be official. This is the map that we're going to index to the ordinance. And this is the map that we're going to file with the courthouse so that everybody, the public, we are all on the same page.
You did
Okay.
great work on that, Tina, seriously.
Yeah, okay. So Justin, how do you vote on this motion to get this going?
Yes.
John? Sue?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so this motion to get this going passes without objection. Okay, Tina, so you are empowered to do whatever it takes.
Get your crayons out.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's move on to Public Works here. So number one here, this is an added motion to edit today. A motion to initiate the removal of a dead tree located at a municipal property at the corner of Mayfield Alley and Rock Avenue. Which is posing a threat to public safety. Okay, so Brian went down and Mr. Barris reached out to us, and he alerted us to this. This has been known for a while. Other people have alerted to us. Brian went down, looked at it, took some photographs. Oh yeah, we thought it was Jim Bostic's property. And so I looked on the GeoHub map that shows property lines, and it's not, it's our property. We own this tip of this corner. And so I talked to Jim today, and Jim's like, oh yeah, that's not my property, that's the borough's property. Good luck with the cost of tearing down that tree. But we have to do it. We have to do it because that's gonna come down. So this motion is to initiate that. Because this is so recent, I don't know what the cost will be on this. Do you have any idea?
I've contacted two people today. They said they could be here either today or tomorrow to give us an estimate on it.
Okay.
Get the estimate, let's prove it.
What are you gonna prove? And when are you gonna approve it? Tonight's our meeting.
Big tree?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we could approve a range.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't go down there very often.
Brian, do you ballpark a range cost 5,000?
I wouldn't pay nobody to do that.
Yeah. How much would you pay someone to do it?
1,200.
I wouldn't go down over 15.
Okay. And then, I like his judgment, so.
Certainly not 5,000.
So if
When
we,
I mentioned to Kevin, that, it's gonna be a lot cheaper if we can just get somebody there just to get it on the ground, then
Yeah.
we'll deal with it there.
Perfect.
Okay.
1,500?
Yeah, up to
Shouldn't even be
1,500.
that, but that should cover it, yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's change the language here.
I'd cut it down, but it's near power lines.
Yeah, but I think your estimate, Scott,
Yeah.
sounds rational to me, yeah.
Okay, so I added here up to $1,500. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Justin, anything else to say on that?
No.
As Jim reminded me, that tree is not gonna fall in anyone's house. If it falls, it's gonna go across the roadway. So,
Yeah, there's no houses in
right.
danger.
But still, I mean,
It's a
it
fire line.
is a real threat. Right.
Empowered to
So-
help us out, yeah.
Okay.
Is it let's roll that back a little bit. Is it a threat to our community or is it a threat to the power lines and
Probably both.
Duquesne Lights?
Well, if it fall
assets?
down on somebody in a car going down the road.
Yeah.
Right, so like, maybe Duquesne Light might even say, hey, we don't want to deal with that, and they get someone out to do
Well,
it.
Duquesne Light was here asking me about, if I knew of any trees that they should be aware of, and I told them about it, they went and looked at it. They didn't
They didn't do it?
contact me about it at all.
Maybe we should ask him again, like, will you take this down?
I'm not sure who to get a hold of.
Who was the company taking down trees on West?
We could put that in the language, huh?
I have that contact at Duquesne Light that does the replacement poles. I can message her, email her.
No, they were,
Okay. I don't know.
Message if you don't get a response, let me know, and
Okay.
I'll reach out as well.
Okay, so if, just to cover our bases here, up to $1,500, if we can get Duquesne Light to tackle this problem, okay, great, okay. But this gets the ball going,
Yeah.
we address this issue here.
This is one of the importance of having good financial records too, because we should have emergency funds budgeted out for this when we have no idea right now what any of that would be or where it would come out of, so
Yeah,
just throwing that out there.
right.
So we're on that path, but
I will say, just to make this meeting a little longer.
Or let's not. Let's move on.
Well, I have to say this. I learned that we have the authority to impose special taxes, and one of those special taxes is a shade tree tax. This is the Borough Code.
This is a work session meeting. Let's go.
Well, but I would say, we could impose a tax to take care of these dangerous trees along our rights of way. Enough said, okay. Thank you, Whip.
You just didn't Kevin there.
All right, okay. So where were we on the vote on this?
Up to 1,500, yes.
Okay, did we go around the horn? Are we good? I'm gonna call the question.
Based on
It's there,
the
you-
decision of Duquesne Light, yes or no, right?
Either way.
Do we need to add that?
I mean, let's check with Duquesne Light. Let's just make sure that they say, no, we're not gonna do that before we show up.
Spend the money.
Okay, pending Duquesne Light consultation. All right, makes sense? Okay, all right. Call the question, yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes, okay, so this motion passes. Brian, we're gonna get this going here. We'll have to let John Barris know that we're good. All right. Okay. The next item here, the next two items here actually address Mr. Cogley's concerns about truck traffic on 37th Street. Number 2 here under Public Works is a motion requesting the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation to place 10-ton weight limit signage conspicuously at the borough's east and west boundaries on Route 251, which is 37th Street. This basically says, let's reach out and ask them to do it. So there is not one at the west end, there is one
Down there.
several 100 yards plus 150 yards into the borough that we can ask them. I assume they do it, right, Brian? It's their responsibility to place those signs.
Yeah, it's their
It's their road.
Yeah, it's, okay, so they're the ones that we would reach out to. That's what this motion does. It just, it's a, will you put these two signs, 10-ton weight limit, boom, here, okay? Justin, your thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay, John?
Good. I'm good.
Great.
Okay, you vote? I'm gonna
Yes.
vote, yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes, okay, let's make it happen. John, you're Public Works. Can you make
Yes.
this happen?
I
Can you reach out to PennDOT?
Huh?
Can you reach out to PennDOT?
Yep, I can do that.
And
I'll call my friend that doesn't know anything.
oh, you have that friend too. Okay. So the importance of having this motion, this isn't just willy-nilly.
Yeah.
You make sure you tell them, this is council, this is a improvement. This is the will of council, okay? The third item here, motion to formally request a traffic and engineering study from the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation regarding the potential prohibition of engine brake retarders within the borough. Come to find out, we just can't do this unilaterally. If we wanted to do this, it has to be studied by PennDOT, approved by PennDOT, and then we could put an ordinance in place to put a Jake brake.
But here's the question, they're only gonna use that if you're going up and down the road. If we're gonna prohibit them from going on the road, there's not gonna be any of those noises, right? There won't be any big trucks, right?
Okay, let's go around the horn on this, because
Okay, I'm
it's a
sorry.
good, it's a
I
good
jumped
point.
out. I'm sorry, my bad.
I want you to go first.
Okay,
Yeah, go first.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
if you're gonna try to prohibit trucks, those are the ones that use the engine brakes, the retarders.
Greater
If you're-
than 10 tons.
Yeah, well, most of the trucks below that don't use those.
Okay.
There's mostly the bigger vehicles that come down the road, you know, those things, Jake, you know. So if you don't allow the trucks on the road, you really don't need anything like this. I don't think, that's my opinion,
right, okay.
because you're not gonna be using them.
Mayor?
Yeah, I say what he says. I don't drive those trucks, I don't know. I just have to live with that constant. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Constantly.
You're referring to your husband, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right, not the Jake brake. You're-
There is
Okay.
another one.
Sue?
This is an area in which I don't know anything, so I defer to John's knowledge about tonnage. truck tonnage, I don't know. I don't know what Jake brakes sound like,
Oh, you would
so.
know them if you heard it. You
I
guarantee you
probably
know 'em.
would.
Like a big
They're loud, and
Okay.
they chatter.
And so right now, we do hear that, or we just hear Rich Gogley, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's Rich. Maybe there's no Jake break at all. You done? You done?
I'm done.
Okay.
I don't know.
My question is, I don't know if this is a real problem. I'm responding to Rich, who was here 13 years ago. It's in the, I looked it up, it's in the minutes, 13 years ago, exact same complaint. So I don't know, I guess my question, is this a problem we should even pursue? I mean, we could find out what PennDOT, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
There.
My thing is, can we if it's not our road?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
But they will tell, they will tell us.
Okay.
Affects.
Who enforces that? Is that
The police, yeah.
Do
the
they do
police-
that road too?
Yeah.
Pure Falls? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know, that was
Right.
state police, I don't know. I'm asking.
So obviously, let me say
Am I right
this,
on that?
this may not,
The Jake brakes and stuff, trucks going up now, if we have a 10-ton limit.
Unless it's local traffic.
Huh? Well, unless it's local traffic, I get it. But if it's not, it's just somebody going through it back and forth, then
Yeah, I mean,
it's,
it doesn't apply. If
it's
they're not for
enforceable.
local delivery, then
Well,
they
yeah.
can't be on the road already. So
Right.
The signage is there at the bottom.
right.
But the Jake brakes, yeah, I mean, if the borough does what they're supposed to and, a truck uses it, then that's enforceable.
Okay, that was my question. Okay.
okay, this motion will
I'm into this
answer a
topic.
question here. Okay, so let's go ahead and call the question on this around Jake breaks. Ask PennDOT to do the study. Justin, your thoughts? I mean, your vote?
Sure, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I
gonna
know.
fall back on me too.
We should just do it all at once.
Give
Yeah,
PennDOT
yeah.
some work.
Okay,
I wanna be
so
Jake.
so the motion requesting a PennDOT to look into this Jake break usage here
Pass with no objection.
passes without objection. Okay, now, so we have finished all of our business items here. The remaining item here is review, vote approval of paying the bills, ratifications, purchases from committees. We need to pay the bills. If there aren't any objections for us doing that,
No objection.
prove that through
No
acclamation.
objections, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so we're down to good and welfare. Any good and welfare for us?
Kathy? No?
No, just Savannah's mother passed away.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I don't have to do that.
Do that? You just-
Cheryl Savannah,
I didn't hear you.
she's one of the volunteers.
90 what? 97.
Oh, well,
Oh,
Good long life.
okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, so no other further, anything under good and welfare. It is 7:44. We're going to recess into executive session, which means if you haven't been, everyone's got to clear out. The public's got to clear out.
Oh, I do have good and welfare. We do still have an open seat on council, so if any new members of our community is interested in joining council,
Oh, and Cheryl said thanks for the,
feel free to provide a letter of intent to join council.
I went, yeah.
Look, now, here it comes. Oh, here we go.
I was just talking about when you said about Cheryl.
When it comes to the council, I was looking online, I read that you have to be here for at least a year. Not
that's
supposed to.
judgment, that's a judgment.
Judgment? Okay. Well, that's why that's why I haven't put anything in for
Is
it.
that to run, or can you be appointed outside of those?
I don't know off the top of my head, I'd have to look it up. Yeah.
I don't know.
To be eligible,
I think,
you got to be having lived here
You have to
For-
live
I think
here
you have to be a
for
resident.
12 months.
To run.
to be eligible to
and
run.
I just heard the gentleman say, you
Eligible to run, but to
lived
be
here a few months ago.
appointed.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
same thing, yeah, same thing.
Okay.
To be eligible
That's all.
for appointment or elected.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try to pull you in.
You've been here how
Well,
long?
he stepped
Oh,
in this
we're at, like,
meeting and didn't run
coming up
out
on-
screaming.
What, 2 or 3? Yeah,
that's
2
right.
months. So-
Oh, but we have committees galore,
next
we
year
have
we
lots
can-
of opportunities, so we won't leave you in the dark here at all.
But we're having a,
Car cruise.
car cruise on here
Saturday.
Come on down and see the cars. Eat some good food.
Okay, to the point, yes, we do have a vacancy. confirmed again with Mr. Bostic that he was not interested.
I do every single.
Which you do, and he mentioned that you do, you're on him a lot. Okay, so, so we are going to recess 7:46 into executive session. No business will be conducted. When we come out of executive session, we will adjourn. No business will be conducted after that meeting. So, okay, we are in recess. Thank you all for coming. Okay, so it is 8:03. We are recessing out of executive session. Seeing that we've covered all of the business on our agenda, the meeting stands adjourned.